Hello friends. Today I'm going to start a new unit in Java network programming, that is unit second. Under the roof of this heading, I'm going to start looking up internet addresses. Okay, as you know that what is meant by addresses and lots of things regarding with that, but we are going to discuss it in great detail and which classes are mostly useful for creating an addresses or how to get all these things from the internet or which what is my IP addresses or lots of things we'll go to discuss in this chapter. Uh, the first topic is the INET address class. Okay. Uh, okay. So let's get started. I'm going to cover this point today also. Today only. Okay. That is the internet or INET address class. Okay. As we know that class is nothing but a collection of data members and member functions having multiple features in that classes. Okay, that is as we know that in Java we have already discussed about the in core Java there are OOPS concepts. Okay, so let's get start. Internet addresses. Device connected to the internet are called nodes. Okay, in network programming or in networking, lots of computers are connected to each other to share informations amongst them, informations or memory or input output devices, or lots of things can be shared through the multiple computers. By the time, what is internet? As we know that internet is nothing but a very large network which there are lots of or millions of computers are connected, or computers or any kind of devices or electronic devices are connected to the that network is called as a internet. All the continents and lots of devices are connecting day by day. Okay, so the thing is, what is a node is nothing but the computer or device or any kind of peripheral devices are connected to that network. That network is called as a internet, called as a node. Okay, note that our computer are called host. Okay, uh, host are those computer which are connected to the internet. Each node or host is identified by at least one unique number called as an internet address or IP address. Okay, whenever we connect through the internet world, okay, the each and every device or electronic device having a specific number or unique address. That address is called as a IP address. IP address having two types, that is a static and dynamic. We will discuss it on later. Okay, but what is an IP address? IP address is the unique address which is given to the any individual devices which is connected to the internet. Okay, so most current IP addresses are 4 byte long. That is IPv4, IPv4 Internet Protocol version 4 addresses. Okay, there are lots of computers or the devices are connecting day by day. So what's happened, each and every computer needs a unique number. That number is given by in a dynamic way. Okay, that is nothing but a 4 byte long. There are some versions. IP address is given to that any devices. There are some rules, protocols are there. Through that protocols we can give any kind of device a unique number, that is IPv4. Nowadays IPv4 or in advance that is IPv6, we'll discuss it on later. However small, what happened actually, there are lots of computers are connected day by day, so IPv4 address scheme is now is not that much useful, or it's not helpful for to connect all devices. So that's why the new version or a new scheme is introduced. That is a IPv6 use a 16 byte. Okay, growing numbers of IP addresses are 16 byte long IPv6 addresses. Okay, that is just given that 4 and 6 are just a version numbers, okay, of the internet protocol, not the numbers of the bytes in the addresses. Okay, that is a just number, version number. Okay, 4 version 4, version 6, version 8, and many more. Both IPv4 and IPv6 addresses are ordered sequences of bytes. Yes, of course. Whenever we want to give any kind of number to the computers, it should be in a bytes like an array. They aren't numbers and they aren't orders in any predictable or useful sense. Okay, they are just bytes, which helpful for the identify the any kind of device which is connected to a whole network or global network, that is internet. Okay, it's just used for the identify the your computer or your devices, mobile or any kind of devices which is connected to the internet. An IPv4 address is normally written a 4 unsigned bytes. Okay, 4 unsigned bytes, that means it starts from 0 to 255. If you know that sign and unsign, you just know about each and everything. If you're not you are not known about the sign and unsign integers or what is the that means, please comment in comment section so that I can get back that problem. Okay, it is just a number. Okay, that is a byte, and ranging from the 0 to 225, sorry, 55, with the most significant byte first. Okay, bytes are separated by the periods for convenience of human eyes. Okay, bytes are just these are the just numbers, and these numbers are separated by the decimals or point. For example, address for a login IB below leo.org is 152 point is nothing but a decimal point, 19.136134 or something else. This is called as a dotted quad format. Quad is nothing but a 1 2 3 4, that is a quad. Okay, the quad format is used in a IPv4 version. Okay, version 4. But there are lots of computers won't help anymore to connect by using IPv4 version 4. So the new version is introduced, that is IPv6. IPv6 address is normally written 8 block of 4 hexadecimal digits separated by colon. Okay, there are in IPv4 there are only quad or 4 blocks. Here the new version introduced, and there are 8 blocks. Okay, separated by the colon, and 8 is nothing but that means each block having a 4 numbers, and 4 number is nothing but a hexadecimal. Okay, binary, octal, hexadecimal, okay, and decimal. These are the number system used by the computers. So it is in IPv6 we use a hexadecimal system, digits separated by the colon. Examples at the time of this written address of www.hamilton wealth.tk is just like likewise this, it is written in 8 blocks. Each block contain a 4 by 4 numbers. Okay, that is a hexadecimal numbers are there. Sometimes it is a 0 0 0, not to write all times the 0 0 0, we can just write it only a 0, it is sufficient. Leading 0 does not need to be written. Okay, therefore the address of the Hamilton, that is, can be written as like this. Okay, as I told you that don't write any 4 times 0, we can write it at a 0 or 0 0 0 1, it can be a 1. Okay, so a double colon at most of the one of which may appears in any address indicates a multiple 0 blocks. For example, if I want to write this number, 8 block number IP address, just 1 2 3, just write a colon. Need not to write 0 0 0 0 and multiple times. It understood by that computer that are lots of zeros in between first and the last can be written in mode. In mixed numbers of IPv4 and IPv6, at least the 4 bytes of IPv6 are sometimes written in the IPv4 dotted quad address. We can combine these two versions, that is IPv6 and v4. Okay, for example, uh, just look at this. The first I think that is 6. Okay, 6 quad. Okay, is written in a IPv6 version, and next one is written in a IPv4 or any kind of. You can write both. Okay, if you want to, if you wish to write in IPv6 or IPv4, or you can mix them also. Just this is just example given by them. Okay, I hope you understood what is meant by IPv6, IPv4. We are going to discuss more about this in later sessions. Next one is what is a domain or a DNS? Okay, what is a DNS? A DNS is nothing but a domain name system. As we know that most of the time we are not able to learn the IP addresses anymore because there are lots of IP addresses. Just because of this, we have a one method to identify the numbers. Instead of we learn numbers or just remember numbers, we can remember the name. Okay, that is called as a domain name. Okay, domain name system. If I have this IP address, I'm not able to learn anymore, but instead of this I can use login.ibiblio.org. The name can be a remember. Okay, so when we give name instead of a number or IP address, that is nothing but a DNS. Okay. Uh, uh, IP addresses as computer several useful usually have at least one host name. Okay, client often have a host name but often don't, especially if IP address is dynamically assigned at startup. What happen when we connect to the internet and there are lots of addresses are more addresses, new computers are connected day by day having their IP addresses, they are dynamically allocated to each other. Okay. Next is sorry every computer connected to the internet should have access to the machine called as a domain name server. Yes, of course, when we store any website or any kind of computer, that should be a every computer connected to the internet should have the access to the machine called as, and every computer should have IP address while connecting to the internet. If that can be converted into a domain name, that's internal part, but every computer have its own IP address. Okay. Okay, that was just a overlook or introductory part. The main part is INET address class or InetAddress class. Okay, uh, that class is nothing but a collections of members, data members, and member functions. Functions are there. Okay, so in likewise that this class also have a some members or a class members or class functions. We are going to discuss about all this. This init address class is mostly useful for connecting multiple computers or communicate multiple computers to it. That is the main class which help us for doing a socket programming or lots of things connected. Just look at this. Java.net.init address. Okay, class is Java high level representation of IP addresses. Okay, both IPv4, IPv6, it is used by most of the over networking classes, including a socket, server socket, URL, datagram socket, datagram packets, and many more. These are the classes which are part of a init address class. Okay, usually in it includes both the host name and IP addresses. Just remember, it includes host name and IP addresses both. Okay, we are going to work on that, or we are just taking some examples. We are going to take some examples so that you will get an understood what is it. Okay, creating a new init address object. Okay, this is just class. If you want to instantiate it, we need to create object it first. Okay, there are no public constructors in init address class. Just remember that. Here is an most important part, that is no public constructors. Okay, I think you hope you understood the constructor. If not, just comment it, I will get back that word and get back to it. Okay, no public constructors in a init or init address class. Instead, init address has static factory methods that connect to the DNS server to resolve a host name. Okay, Static factory methods means they have some methods which are useful to connect a server. Okay, the most common is init address get by name, that this is a method. But most important, it is not just a method, it is a static method. What is meant by static method? The method which need not to call by using object, it can be called by class name itself. When we create any variables or any method as a static, it just become a class member, not an object member. Just remember that. So get by name is not a object member, it is a class member. That's why we have to call it by using a class name, and the name of a class is init address. Okay, we are going to work on that in next example. Just look at this. Init address. Okay, here just take a look. This is a class, name of a class. And what is this? This is a reference variable, not an object. Okay, the reference variable have an ability to store whatever informations taken from such a class. It can store itself. Okay, through that we can say it is a object. Through that object we can access all the members of the init or init addresses. Okay, so it just a reference variable which refers the init address dot get by name. Get by name is a static factory method. This method is useful to access the name of a host as well as the IP address of that host. Okay, that means if uh, I'm just giving a parameter that is a www.orelay.com, it will give me a name as well as an IP address. Just look at the example. This method does not merely set a private string field in a init address class. It actually makes a connection to the local DNS. Okay, it create a connection with the DNS domain name system server to look up the name and the numeric address. Just focus these two words. What it is saying, that it gives me a name and a numeric address, that is IP address. Okay, name. Okay, wait. Okay, if you haven't looked up this host previously, the informations may be a cache locally, in which case a network connection is not required. That will see later. If the DNS server can't find the address, this method throw an unknown host exception. Some kind of error is thrown by the Java program, a subclass of IO exception. Yes, of course, IO is an input output exception. It just saying, if by mistake if you return some kind of error with your name, it will just send you an error message that unknown host exception or host not found. Okay, look at this example. Mm, I'm going to copy this and going to run this going to run in netbin. Okay, and just look how to use netbin. Just go to the, this is the netbin framework. The netbin is useful for execute a programs of any kind of Java program. You can easily work any kind of project through the netbin. It is most useful for us, and it's open source, so anyone can download and work with it. Okay, there's just file, click on file, new project. Make sure that it is Java application. I'm going to work on Java application. Just click on next. Okay, here write down your name of your project. I'm going to just give the um, heading Java 2020. Okay, here is I'm going to creating one project, that is Java 2020. Okay, sorry, Java folder already exists and it's not empty. Okay, so Java programming, sorry, Java program. That is sufficient. Okay, just click on finish. Here project framework is going to be built, and it will show you this is just inbuilt. Okay, I need not this program, this comment, also not for this actually. Okay, just look at this. Here is your project. Okay, sorry, Java program 2020. Okay, so just click here. Okay, Java program. I need to create one Java program file or Java class. That is a Java class, and for that I'm going to give the name of this class. Okay, make sure that class name should be same to the while creating a class or relay by name. Okay, just click on finish. The new class is created for you, and now I have to just paste all the code here. Okay, copy and just paste it here. Okay, there are lots of error. Just going to solve all this error. Okay, see how to solve this. That's showing that the error showing add import for java.net.inet address. Just I click yes. Okay, you can see the new file is imported, that is inet addresses. That means I'm going to use any kind of a class from the inet address. Next error is unknown host. That just click on the bulb and import a java.net unknown exception. So I just click on that, and you can see the new file so imported, that is exception handling file imported. Okay, I hope, sorry. Now it's error free program. Just select all. Wait. Select all and click on source. Just click on format. Your program is organized in well manner. Now it's time to run. Okay, before that, what actually the program is, just look at that program. Here the class name is o relay by name. Okay, the name can be anything. Next one is a public static void main. That is the first line. Try and catch block. That is exception handling. Okay, this program just included only two main lines or coding part. Just look at this. What is inet address? That is the name of a class. Address is just a partial object, or you can say it a reference variable, which is used to store the value. Okay, just a variable. Okay, it is a class variable, you can say that. It is able to store values written by this class, or sorry, this method, factory method. Okay, if I want to use get by name method, so I have to call by using a class name itself, because it is a static factory method, and any static factory method is not a object member, it is a class member, and class member can be called by using a class name only. So make sure that just call it by using a class name. Okay, next one is just pass some parameters. I'm just passing the name, that is www.orelay.com, and the system.out.println is a printing method, and here is a name of an object which holds the IP address as well as name of the host. Okay, if somehow if some kind of error is arises, the exception can be thrown. That is an unknown exception or unknown host exception is thrown, and it shows you some error that could not find the video, that means that this host name is not available. Okay, make sure that you have an internet connection, then and then only you will get a proper a message or any. Just click on right, just click right click, just click and search for run file. Okay, you will see the output. Here is an output. Okay, you can clearly see that here is a name of an host name. Okay, and next one is the IP address. Okay, that means this function, the get by name, gives you the name of a host as well as the IP address of that host. Just take another example. I'm just going to copy this. Oh, sorry, wait a minute. I'm going to just copy and just paste it. Okay, uh, same variable names are not allowed it, so I'm just changing the variable name address1 and going to change Google. Okay, here is the Google. Now just I'm going to right click on run file. Let's see, showing. Okay, yes, it's showing the Google name, the name of a host, and as well as it's showing the IP address of that Google. Actually, this IP address is proxy server. It's showing the proxy server. Okay, we'll talk on proxy servers in next lecture. I hope you understood what this method is work, how it is work, and what output is given by this method, and how it called by the INET address. Okay, I fully understood. Get back to the syllabus. Okay, so next program or next is okay. This is yeah. Next one is you can also do a reverse lookup by IP address. For example, if you want to host name from the for the IP address or addresses, that is the IP address. Host name for the address. Just we'll try this. Here is a reverse lookup by address. If you want to see the host name by using an IP address, let's see, is it work or not? Pass dot required address to the address dot get by name. Okay, just we have to copy these two lines. Wait, array. Okay, just copy these two lines and paste it.